Welcome back. I hope that you are in good health. Sourdough bread encourages a healthy digestive system. Fermented foods are known for their massive health benefits, including beneficial bacteria to balance your intestinal flora and easier digestion. As evidence grows that slow-fermented bread may be easier to digest, we look at its potential health benefits. And what's beyond doubt is that when people switch from supermarket to sourdough bread, they're often delighted to find they can eat it without bloated belly discomfort. In the long, slow fermentation that produces sourdough bread, important nutrients such as iron, zinc, and magnesium, antioxidants, folic acid, and other B vitamins become easier for our bodies to absorb. One of the byproducts of fermented foods such as sourdough is lactic acid, which can aid digestion and control intestinal infection. Lactic acid breaks down the gluten in flour, which allows the body to digest it more easily, and helps us absorb important nutrients such as iron and B vitamins. Diabetics should note that sourdough produces a lower surge in blood sugar than any other bread. In a published study, subjects with impaired glucose tolerance were fed either sourdough or ordinary bread. The sourdough bread produced a significantly lower glucose and insulin response. In the sourdough process, gluten is broken down and rendered virtually harmless. In one small Italian study, celiac patients fed sourdough bread for 60 days had no clinical complaints, and their biopsies showed no changes in the intestinal lining. Sourdough bread is the product of natural fermentation between wild yeast and lactobacilli present in our environment, the same beneficial bacteria found in yogurt and cheese. The basics of creating sourdough starter involve mixing flour and water and leaving the mixture to ferment. It's about as natural as you can get when it comes to bread. The yeast and bacteria latch on to the broken down sugars in the flour, creating probiotic byproducts, as well as flavor compounds, such as the acetic acid that makes sourdough tangy. Because sourdough starter is alive, it must be fed regularly to remain active. A regularly used starter should be kept at room temperature and fed twice a day. Less frequently used starters can be kept in the refrigerator and fed about once a week. In addition to bread, sourdough starter can be used to make other baked goods, including crackers, cakes, and pastries. The acidity of sourdough culture pairs well with various flavors, including chocolate, and adds extra tang and texture to pie crusts. Sourdough starters can be endlessly renewed and even passed down through generations, while the folklores surrounding heritage starters can be entertaining. It has no bearing on the final product. Sourdough rye is the most nutritious of them all, and it turns out to be scientifically proven as the healthiest bread. Somehow our ancestors figured out all the good stuff without the benefits of laboratory tests. Thank you for watching. Good day and good health.